Okay, here we go. Hoping that this is recording. I'll find out when I'm done, and that's usually when it's too late. So, what I'm going to do is show you, somebody mentioned they'd like to see the difference between the Briggs and Little natural, bleached white, etc. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to dye it all in one container. This is the, let me see, this is the white, this is bleached white. Can you see the difference there? No, honestly, that's white, and that is, here we go, bleached white, natural white. So I took one of them and I dyed it gray. This is a number 1 on our charcoal gray card, and this is a variegated colored one, which is Briggs and Little again. It's I'm not sure what it's called, but it's pretty cool for shading. So we can see the difference in color there, right? Okay. So if you have my system, you understand that we go according to swatches. And since there's 4 here, I'm going to take them out. I'm going to put the dye in first. Okay, so I'll put a bit of water in there. And I'm going to do blue. Tripod's between my legs, so don't mind me. Okay, W9. Oh, I don't know if you can see this. W9. And since there's 4 10-gram swatches, I'm going to slide, this is for 1 swatch, and this is for 2. This is for 4 or 40 grams. So I slide that over there. See? So 4 strips or swatches, or 1/8 of a yard, or 40 grams of fiber, which could be any sorts mixed up. So I want a number 3 value, so I'm going to take 2 teaspoons of W9. Everything is backwards here, sorry. And I'll put that in the water. This is a teaspoon. Okay, so 1. Usually not this complicated, but there's not usually a tripod between my legs either. So that is enough to make these 4 swatches. The lighter ones will go to a number 3 value, and the darker one, just the lighter part, it will be a number 2 value, 3 value, and then the darker will just get darker. So I'll add a little more water because I want the 4 swatches. That's just hot tap water, and I'll put them all in the same container, and then you can use a masher or whatnot, as long as they're all underwater. And that's it. So now I'm going to stick them in the microwave covered, and I'll put them in for 5 minutes because that's a big container. Cover it with my homemade cover. You girls seen this in Punta Gorda. And I'll put it on for 5 minutes. And now, hopefully you can hear me, I want to show you how to measure up your yarn into 10 grams. So yarn goes by weight. So I have a kitchen scale. I turn the kitchen scale on. You see that? It's at 0. I take my yarn skein, or however I have it wound, and I put it on the scale. It says 107 grams. So I know if I take off 10 grams, it'll be at 97. So all I do, and I will try to show you how to do, I wrap it around my arm like this. I can't. Anyway, just take off till it says 97. And that will give you 10 grams. You can continue till you have whatever you want. So it's at 97, so I'm going to cut it here. And I don't know if I can show you if this will show, but pull this out from. I really need a camera person here. Okay, this is what I do. Can you see my arm? One. Just like you're winding up an extension cord. I just wind it around this, or if you have a nitty-knotty or a book or something. Everybody in the world is more organized than I am, but I just do the same thing. I do the same things over. Now, the tripod is on top of my yarn, and I'm standing on it as well, so, and you probably can't see any of this anyway. So when I get to the end, this, usually after a while you'll know how many rotations of your arm, and when I get to the end, I tie these two sides together. And then I'll add the cotton string. See? So there's a nice kind of hank. So from here I could do this, wind it against itself and make a nice little mini skein. Or I'll usually put a string of cotton so that a loose string of cotton like you see on the other ones, make it long and not tight so that I can find it in the water, because cotton won't take up the dye. Now I might as well just see what's happening in the microwave while you're there. Yarn doesn't take as long. Oh, it's nice and hot. So see what's happening here? I can tell it's pretty hot. I'm going to rush it a little bit because of the video. Whoops. Oh. Okay. Well, anybody that was in my class knows that this is me. It's like the wacky professor. So I just sprinkled a very carefully measured amount of citric acid, and I'm just pushing down on this. I'm not going to do any stirring because it's yarn, and you'll see how already it's starting to take up. So it won't take long at all. So I could just let this sit for a few minutes, but I'm honestly afraid to turn the camera off. See, it's almost clear now. So I'm just going to go get a container to put it in, and I'll take it out and show you what we have. So this is done. Normally I'd let it sit, but since you're with me, or at least I think this is on, hold on. Container, where are you? Here we go. Not a container, but at least it's something white that you'll be able to see. And we'll take this off. And we will see the difference between the white and the natural and the gray. Okay. See why I put the white cotton strings? Okay, so we put this in the microwave for 5 minutes. There's actually a minute 53, $1.53, minute 53 left. And look, okay, can you see this? This can all go together. So let's see which one. The white is a little bit brighter, so this will be the white. This will be the natural. Can you see that? Let me see here. Whoa. Okay, and then this one is the little gray. Remember, I did a number 1 from the charcoal gray. See, and the gray. So you see this, the white part of the variegation turned the same color as this, and then the gray just went darker. But you can absolutely use all of these together, and it will actually give your piece a little bit more interest. Does that make sense? Can we see this? Maybe if I put it down more, like that. Oh, you see that? That's how easy it is when you have my system. And that was 3 minutes in the microwave. Thanks. Bye now.